Gotta tell you, this Pabst Blue Ribbon, fucking disgusting. I don't know why I bought this beer tonight. It was like the dollar store special because I was running late. Uh,
Like, that's like cheap beer, right?
yeah, but it puts fucking hair on your chest.
Yo, I drank this Truly. Oh my god.
Dude, this beer will put more chest than Charlie will ever have in his life.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset it, they show some respect. I can't even think about it. I've been up, so read about it. No beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it. We'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up. And go for ching and on a I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay the feeder. And put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art isn't art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Drone Brews. It's another beautiful, beautiful Wednesday night. I've got my co-host, Eduardo Nunez, waiting in the green room. Hope everybody is doing incredibly well. As always, let's do what we always do, which is go ahead and greet everyone in the chat. We'll say hi. So let's start from this area, very, very top. We got Jonathan Jackson, Maddie's Drone World, Fly High, Wisconsin, QC Guy in the house, Eric Lipinski, Eat More Possum. I don't know if possum's very good to eat, but we may. Michael Belshi. Hopefully you're not working too hard out there, Michael. T-Bird FPV, Grandpa FPV, Artco Drone Solutions. We got Hefe FPV. We got Leonard Oglesby, Richmond Aerials, G-Wiz all the way from Hawaii. Let's see who else we got here. We've got Pilot Institute is in the house here. We got Lauren Donner, Bedford County Aerial Views, Quadcopters and Tech, Scylla Seger, Drones Pixels, Bent Rail Productions, and many, many more. If I missed you, I promise I'll get you next time. Everybody say thank you to Geeksvana for being a member for 24 whole months. Gee whiz, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Much appreciate it, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Oh boy, we got a show to talk about. But first, everybody, take a moment out of your day and just say hello to Charlie Cannon in the chat. I'm sure he's lurking there somewhere because he's probably wondering what are we going to say about you? Don't worry, Charlie. We've got a whole lot to say. I am chomping at the bit. We're gonna talk about your and I interaction during that interview. We're gonna break it down because now that you really don't have a staking Exo, we're just gonna let it all hang out, dude. We're gonna flop out the balls. So let's go ahead and bring in my colleague Eddie Nunez.
What's up, Ken?
What's good, dude? So Eddie, let's just get into it because we want to talk about this announcement. And it's not even, let me tell you how insignificant Exo Drones is. Let me tell you how insignificant of a company that they actually are. Exo Drones is so insignificant that Drone XL didn't even pick up on this that they had sold. Exo Drones is so insignificant that Drone Life didn't even report on it. They're so insignificant, it won't even make the Drone U podcast, Eddie. How sad is that? Is that sad?
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. When you don't make the Drone U podcast, when you don't even crack a top 5 in the Drone U podcast, that is a sad, sad day. That's how insignificant. Nobody knows they exist. They're a company that nobody knows exists outside of a Facebook world.
What was their tenure in this space? Like, how long were they out there? I don't even know.
think I started seeing their ads roughly about 2 years ago. They started hammering it pretty damn hard. I would say about 2 years ago is when they really came out of nowhere and sort of shot up in like the ad space. It was really at the cusp of when Facebook ads started becoming very, very in depth on what we look for. It was product based ads. They favored what the user was searching for, and it would just get served up. So that's when I started knowing about Exo, and I started seeing the ads. I never gave them any like credence. I never even looked at their products. I just threw them the same category as Hollystone after taking a super brief glance at their products. So it's only till this year that we really started seeing like mainstream pilots and I would say mainstream influencers in the drone space start talking about Exo and start getting products in hand. So I have a theory. About this. I have a theory. Now, Charlie thinks I'm too invested in this with my feelings, that I'm completely wrong and that there's nothing seedy or shady about what they did there. And I say they, like there's this huge team, which we've never actually seen, unlike other operations where we've seen the warehouses, we've seen the progress, like, even smaller companies like Altel, they still have like a very corporate like structure, which we never actually saw from Exo. So they announced, what was it, 2 days ago, Eddie?
It was Tuesday. Monday. So 2 days ago.
Tuesday. Pull that up, what he said, because you had sent that to us. Pull that up just so we can go over the statement that he put. And it's in the Exo Drone Owners group or whatever they're going to call it now. I don't know. Like, there's a whole statement behind this. So let's go over, because it's a public statement. So we can just go to Exo Drone Owners, and you can do this too. If you're wanting to read the full statement, you can go to the group where it's Exo Drone Owners. It's a public group, and let's see. I saw it in here. Here it is. Here it is. Let me read this to you.
Donation. Okay.
Here it is. So August 8th at 2:13 p.m., Charlie put, to all Exo drone pilots and enthusiasts. As some of you know, for the past 2.5 years, so I was right without knowing too much, about 2 years, 2.5 years, I founded and been acting as chief executive at Exo Drones. It's been an absolutely insane journey. Something nobody thought possible yet. Here we are. And it's just getting started. We'll come back to that. A couple of weeks ago, we signed an exciting acquisition deal with a technology retail company in Miami. They have the resources, infrastructure, and experience and much needed capital to take Exo to the next level. As of July 29th, which is already, whatever, that's already kind of come and gone, he no longer owns Exo Drones. And by late September, I will sadly no longer be working there full time as well. Every company reaches a point of growth where you simply need to invest. Running a cash flow technology company is nearly impossible. And I'm so stoked to have gotten here and provided an amazing product and service for everyone who's been able to fly with Exo. At every turn, I always put you guys over company profit, except for on the 29th of July. And I really hope it was felt. Us Gen Z care too much about y'all's feelings to be corporate conglomerates putting profits over people's lives. And this culture will stay no matter if I leave or go. That I strongly don't believe that, giving Open Store's track record, but okay. With improved product, service, automation, and policies, the Exo spirit will stay alive for years to come. while also improving product service. That's the new industry leader. And then he posts a sentimental photo of the first shipment of Exo drones to arrive. First Exo drones that were ever manufactured from, delivered to his garage after my 20th birthday. And yes, I have been faking 26 this entire time. Okay. So let's just dissect
That's a
this
lot.
statement. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack there. That's a lot to unpack there. First off, if you had to lie about your age for people to respect you as a CEO, you already lost their respect because you lied to them. You lied to them. A lie is a lie, no matter how small it is. The only thing worse than a liar is somebody who tells a half-truth. Half-truths are even worse because you don't know what to really believe. Is it true? Is it not true? The bottom line, Charlie, is you are a world-class fucking bullshitter. You are the best of them. I hope you take that money and buy a fucking Ford dealership or something because you are the best bullshitter I have ever seen in the drone space and I have ever had the pleasure of talking to on this show. Bravo. You get a fucking slow clap because honestly, wow. So you lied about your age to begin with. Big shocker. I mean, but why? Why? Like, you would have had people's respect. People like to see like younger people in positions like that. I think people respect that, especially people that are, if they're smart about it, fine. Okay. So you've been at this for 2.5 years. You founded something that basically all you were was the Alibaba drone company. You were purchasing drones from another manufacturer and slathering your paint on there and calling it Exo. All Exo was a marketing company, and they were very, very good at just being a marketing company. They made something out of nothing. Basically, they took dog shit, put a new shiny name on it, a really good name, like Exo. It sounds trendy, right? Put a shiny new name on it and made it seem like they were an industry leader. Your company, as much as you think in that head, I don't know how big your head is because of the hair, the inflation and volume of the hair, whatever conditioner you're using, keep using it. It's doing wonders for the volume. But you weren't number one. You weren't the fastest growing drone company. Hello. You have Skydio. You have so many other brands, American-based brands even, that are out there that are growing. You can't be the number one fastest drone company when you don't manufacture a single fucking product. You didn't invent any products to begin with. So how are you the fastest growing? You've literally rebranded the living fuck out of everything and then resold it. You resold it. And then you claim that you're just this mastermind behind this. You're not. All right, let's talk about the acquirement. So you sold the company to Open Store. So what does Open Store do? Open Store is like a fucking OfferUp for online e-commerce businesses. They buy Shopify stores. You give them access to your Shopify data. Thus, they watch and monitor your sales. So let me lay it out for you like this, because the plan was always this. This motherfucker, Charlie, had it in his mind that he was going to do this all along. And it didn't realize to me when he was on my stream, somebody pointed it out to me. I think it was QC guy. Him and I were talking today. And he goes, he had this shit-eating grin. As QC guy says, raking him over the coals, he had this shit-eating grin like, the river card hasn't come yet. And that river card was this acquisition because he knew what was going to happen. He knew that he was pulling that golden parachute as he exited out of the industry. He knew what was going to happen. And he's probably sitting there in his home in Utah or wherever the fuck he is at with his 3 wives, eating popcorn, scratching his ass, rolling around in $300,000 worth of cash. My guess is the company probably sold for just under $500,000. That is my guesstimate. It sold for under $1 million. It probably sold for under $500,000, giving the track record of Open Store. He probably got about 300,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but I wouldn't put it much more over $500,000. I don't think the company was worth that. So he sells it to like this. Basically, it wasn't even an acquisition. Acquisitions are when a company sees what you are doing and says, you got a really good thing here. We'd like to buy you. We'd like to buy you. Not, oh, we went to a website and we gave them access to our Shopify store so they can make us an offer on our business. That's what you did. But you spin it in this long post to the mindless people in the Exo drone owners community. You have to be a fucking idiot if you're buying an Exo drone. You have to be a fucking idiot if you were buying that drone. So all the people are like, good luck, Charlie. You've been so fantastic and great. Our customer service has been wonderful. Idiots. These are the people that click on the ads. These are the people that watch a Facebook video until the end, and there's no punchline. Facebook videos are the worst. Those are your clients. But the people here on YouTube, the people who watch these videos and they want that technical knowledge, they are smart, and they were sniffing you out from the moment you started opening your mouth. All of a sudden, magically, there was this massive push to get your product into people's hands that never have touched your product, never asked for your product before. Magically, all of a sudden, you wanted everybody to look at this Exo drone Blackhawk. And I'll tell you why he wanted everybody to look at it. Because this company, Open Store, had access to those store data. They had access to his store. They could see the sales. New drone goes live. Influencers are doing their thing, talking about the drone. Guess what we were doing? We were helping him deploy that parachute. And I feel fucking terrible about that because we were helping you get out of this whole situation. We were helping them increase their value, right? Everybody's doing these videos because we just, we review products, right? We're not thinking that there's some other plan happening here. But this motherfucker is sitting here doing an acquisition to a company that can see the store's live data, can see that store's live data. So they're seeing cha-ching, 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 and all of a sudden in Open Store's mind, it's like, hey, their valuation's going up. The purchase price, the acquisition price is going to be higher now because of this influx of sales. So in the mind of Open Store, they're like, wow, this is amazing. But I got news for Open Store. I sent them an email, and I also reached out to their CEO because I want them to understand what has happened here. If there was ever such a thing of like insider acquisitions, this motherfucker absolutely articulated it perfectly with what he was doing. Get influencers, a new product in their hand, let them generate hype, which hype was being created. Go on every fucking live stream like a goddamn president. Kiss babies if you had to. Get your product out there. Get your face out there. Create buzz, whether it was good hype or bad hype. Charlie didn't care because Charlie knew the Trump philosophy was there's no such thing as bad publicity. There's no such thing as a mean tweet. We're going to put it all out there, and it's going to create attention around my product. And guess what? It fucking worked because your evaluation went up. And on the 29th of July, you sold your company, leaving thousands of people who have purchased your product recently holding a fucking piece of shit in their hands. And all of a sudden now the terms and condition of your support just changed magically, just like that. New company steps in. Okay, we're no longer going to honor those terms and conditions of the prior management. We're no longer going to honor that. Bra fucking oh, dude. Bra fucking oh. Tell me tell me anywhere that anything that I just described is incorrect. Tell me that that is not articulated to a T. I bet you can't, Charlie. I bet you can't. But I will say, at 22 years old, congratulations. Congratulations. You outsmarted the masses. You did an amazing thing. You did something that, probably if a lot of us were poised with similar situations, we'd probably take the same deal. Like, why keep going through suitcase after suitcase when you know that one holds, $500,000? Take that suitcase. Let Howie bring you the suitcase and you go on your merry way. I feel like Ace Ventura. And that's what you did. You took the deal. You knew what you did, you motherfucker.
No, he did pull it through. I mean,
he pulled it through. He pulled it through.
He sold the vision.
He did it. He basically executed
What I don't
the corporate dream. The corporate
what I
dream, he executed it.
I didn't follow. I don't follow. I didn't know much about EXO until you brought him onto your channel,
Yeah.
and then people started talking about EXO drones across the community. But what I don't understand is that EXO drone is basically a Hubsan drone,
Well,
right?
it's a Hubsan now, but before Hubsan, it was another brand of company. So basically, it's like whatever drone manufacturer will will take
So
them on, will take them on and allow them to absorb, them for essentially and be sold. Yeah, it's great. Hubsan got a
so
great deal out of this. Hubsan got a
so
fresh name.
so what they sold was just a brand.
So this is what they sold. They sold a fucking Hubsan drone. And here's how much of a Hubsan it was. So I call QC guy, like I called him today and I said, listen, what do you think of this? And he goes, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. He goes, here's how I know. They told everybody that Hubsan was banned in the United States. You couldn't fly a Hubsan drone. He's full of shit because QC guy was able to log in to the app, the Blackhawk app, with his Hubsan account. It's not an EXO account. It's a Hubsan app. So all they did was reskin it. They reskinned it, and it's still a Hubsan drone. They claim there's this secure server, but amazing, the secure server still allows them to access the information. Like these guys think like people were stupid. But what was happening was like smart people were putting all these pieces together and just say, all of a sudden unraveling the bullshit. The software
Yeah.
is still Hubsan. There is nothing there. I'm willing to bet that they didn't have engineers at EXO. They had nobody there engineering or figuring out software updates. This is all coming from Hubsan. They're just skinning it and putting an American face on it and making it seem like it's an American company. It's not. I eat Chinese food made here in the United States. That's more American than your fucking drones. The Chinese food I eat here in the States is more fucking American than your drones. I trust that more than your. And I mean, I've had some bad Chinese food. I mean, I've had some situations where I had to stop at 7-Eleven. If I ate an egg roll, you're not going to make it back to the office type of shit. But I trust that more. There's a lot of things I trust more than EXO drones. There's a lot of things. But I don't trust them. After this whole situation, I wouldn't trust them. And I would be so pissed if I bought one of these in this whole influx of things. And, I apologize to anybody who bought an EXO drone after watching my video. And, for a minute, I was like, maybe they're different. But then after this thing, you start piecing together the puzzle and you feel like you were used like a $2 whore. I mean, EXO drone basically stuck it in my ass. And if I had another orifice, they stuck it in that too, just for a free view. They did that to every influencer. Basically, I was hand-me-down. By the time it got to Ready, Set, Drone, he was like sloppy fourths at that point from EXO Drone. It's just disgusting. What they did was disgusting.
And he speaks a lot about the culture of EXO, but it was all fake. It was all fake from the beginning.
It's all fake. And let me read to you an incident that occurred this morning. So I woke up this morning to an EXO Drone post, right? So
Yeah.
Draymond's in here. Dre's in here. Yeah, Draymond Crawford's in here. Anyways, so we're in the Drone Nation group, and Ron Brown shares the post about EXO Drone being sold. And I just said, LOL, something's off with this company. That's all I said. I would have left it alone. I wouldn't have said shit else. I wouldn't have made this today. I wouldn't have said shit. And Draymond Crawford goes, can you say shell? Because he's saying it's a shell company. That's what he's thinking it is. So Charlie Cannon comments, and this is what he says. This little condescending prick. Nothing is off. You just got too personal with the situation. Probably feels weird that someone like me could make a company that's truly competitive. But take away any judgments about our story and EXO and his amazing drone company. Also, going to start a YouTube channel once we've transitioned everything. 1,200 subs right now. Bet you $100 I'll have more than you by the end of the year. Charlie, if you take half of what you got from Open Store and you start buying subscribers now, maybe you'll get there. But I bet you this. You can have more subscribers than me, and I'll still know more of the people that are subscribed to my channel and have met them and flown them with them and hung out with them, drink beers with them in real life than you'll ever have. You'll ever have. So, and last thing, protect that money that you got, man. Protect it. You're going to need it. You're going to need it because as you know, there will never be another opportunity in the drone space. No matter how high this vertical goes, they will always remember you. They will always remember you. That's one thing about people in this space. They really look out for them own. You weren't even like an amazing company. Yeah, you sold amazing products by other people. I don't know if we want to even say that. Anyways, I digress. So he bet me $100 he'd have more subscribers than me. And like, I care. Like, if I cared, I would stop cursing and I would stop demonetizing my channel so YouTube wouldn't bury me in the butthole of things. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the experience, not for the subscribers. This is not my primary source of income at all. So fuck you. It's like what the hell, dude? Like, that's not my primary source of income. I'm not the one lying about my age.
Interesting story overall. I wonder what kind of YouTube channel he's going to open. Or he has opened already.
He's got one. It's just like a montage of travel vlogs he probably didn't edit. With the Mavic 2 Pro the Mavic Pro that he said he bought. That's the other thing, dude. That's the other thing, man. When I asked him about his first drone, I asked him that, and he gave me that answer. Immediately, like the poker player in my mind, I was just like, this guy's full of shit. You can just tell the hesitation in the response. Like, he doesn't fly. He doesn't know anything about this shit. He doesn't fucking know. I asked him and he hesitated. He couldn't even really tout off any sort of specifications. Even executives at DJI, like executive level, like they're just like the highest pay grade. They still have a technical aspect and can speak at a high level about a drone. Yeah. You look at Autel and you look around at Autel. The CEO of Autel can speak at a high level of a drone and he could tout off information. And the guy came from the automotive world and he gets it. But when the CEO of a company really can't go into details about any sort of specifications, talk about their experiences, and he's just sort of helicoptering, that's a red flag. The other red flag that was pointed out to me, I didn't realize it at the time, he wasn't talking about anything about the future. He was only talking about right now. He wasn't talking about the future of Exo. That should have been a red flag right there. That he was only talking about right now.
That's a valid point. Yeah, that's a valid point.
He was only talking about right now. Most companies are like, like even when Randall was CEO of Autel, he was very much future oriented, like what we're going to do in the future, because he thought he was thinking long term. But I guess what we all missed is that this guy was not thinking long term. He was thinking short term. And what are we? We're only about a month later after that interview went live, and boom, he's already ejecto-cedo, cuz. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was a bait and switch for sure.
Bait and switch at the highest capacity. I mean, that was bait and switch at the best. Like, I've never seen another bait and switch better than this.
He really went out campaigning. That's what he did with all the ads on Facebook.
Yes, he campaigned.
Going to every live stream, like you said. Even sending out drones to you guys without NDAs, making it all very simple.
Yeah, who does that?
It was very inviting, and it was all a campaign at the end of the day.
And I didn't realize that at first. I had no idea what was happening at first. I had no idea. I didn't know that that's what was going on, but this is why we're leery. Like when we have a company approach us, like same thing with like Falcon V-copter bullshit. Like we have a company approach us. I'm like, I don't know if I want to review this as a new company. You get a little bit gun shy because you're afraid to give a good recommendation about something that may not be here tomorrow. May not be here tomorrow.
Where is your Exo right now?
I shipped that shit to South Africa.
Because everybody wants you to crash that shit on the stream.
No, I did send it to South Africa because at the end of the day, it's still a Hubsan. It's a Hubsan. I mean, it flies. It's a Hubsan. So I sent it to a buddy of mine in South Africa. who was looking for some drones. And but like when I sent that to him, I had no idea any of this was going to happen. I had no idea. Who thought that this shit was going to happen? Like, who thought
Yeah, we
that
didn't see this coming.
I didn't see this coming. I honestly did not see this coming at all. Like I didn't. But I mean,
But you know what? When I watched the stream when you interviewed him,
yeah.
the first thing I told you is that guy's a true politician,
Oh,
true CEO, right? Even down to
100%.
his responses, even the way he worded his that post, right? He still has that campaign going when you read it, right? The
Yeah.
culture of Exo.
Yeah.
You know, it's an improved product and service.
Yeah. My thing is, well, where does that leave his customer support team? Where does that leave the marketing guy? Like, you got this guy Preston. Does he get cut into all this? And you know, what's the deal here? You know, he's saying that the employees are staying on. So he apparently gets the check and he gets to walk. But the employees are staying on. What employees? You got to have employees first, man. I've never. Have you ever seen a single post? Like Skydio is always good for this. Like when you look at Skydio, they would post their facility in California, and they would post like video of the employees, shipping, manufacturing, customer support. You've never seen that from Exo. I mean, hey, there's no shame if you're running this from your basement, you're running this from a house. Like if that's really where this is being run from. Lon said it to me best. He goes, I bet you Exo has got like a little storefront at a mall. And like they're in a mall, right? Because malls are dying, so they're willing to give away space for cheap. They're probably in a mall. They have like a little space in a mall, and that's where they do all their shipping and shit from. I mean, that's what I visioned in my mind. So
Eric. Oh, I lost. Hello.
Eric said, no, I read that all the employees were getting let go. Now, if you read about Open Store's policy, Open Store typically does let go of the employees. They bring in their own teams. They bring in their own everything. I mean, that's their MO. I don't know. Honestly, very, very, very strange. So what is this? What is somebody saying about a Captain Drone?
Captain Drone. My audio is coming.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here still messing with my audio.
Stop messing with your audio, Eddie. Your audio is fine. So I'm over here watching a Captain Drone video on Exo Drone. Let's see. He's got his little GoPro thing on. I just want to get to his punchline. So I just want to see what he says. Let's see. Okay. All right. So it makes sense to me now. I know where the inflation of everything that happened, Eddie. I know where the inflation came from. Let me see. I don't know if I can do it. I can't show. Anyways, I see it. I see it clearly now. It's inevitably here. I see it. Let me see. I can't even bring it up on the screen. Fuck, I hate that sometimes. Anyway, so Captain Drone is over here saying, if anybody were looking for this drone should consider this one. There's a $200 savings. So here's the deal. I see what happened. 100%. Captain Shell, or I'm sorry, Captain Shill over here in fucking Canada is recommending, and his subscribers, like not the subscribers that are my subscribers, but for the vast majority of subscribers that he has, if you go through the comments, they're fucking clueless. And if you read his comments, they're fucking clueless. Anybody who subscribes to Captain Shill is fucking clueless. The guy is a fucking marketing genius, but he's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
He's a fucking moron.
That's the second YouTuber that has a cult.
He does.
It's like a cult.
Let him sick me. Come. I'll smack him off like gnats in Florida. Fucking God, I can't stand that guy. So there you go. So you wonder what happens. You got a guy, you give a guy a drone that had 261,000 subscribers, that his subscriber base is genuinely like mindless. They're mindless, like the vast majority, like minus 30,000 that subscribe here. But for the vast majority, they're pretty mindless. You know, they're pretty mindless. And they'll basically hang on every pale, pasty word he says. And they're gonna just hang on whatever word he says, and then they're gonna go out and buy this drone. Listen. If you're watching somebody who is whiter than the porcelain on your toilet, stop watching them. If they do not get any sun, they do not fly a drone. Okay? They don't fly a drone. Okay? Bottom line, if they're as white as the porcelain on your toilet, stop watching them. They get no sun, and if they don't have a fucking farmer's tan, they don't fly a drone, because anybody who spends any amount of time on the sticks will have a farmer's tan. Like if I lift this shirt off, you're going to see bitch tits for days, but you are going to see a glorious farmer's tan because I spent a hell of a lot of time out in the sun flying and having a great time. This guy, no. This guy's here to sell something. He may have started this for fun once upon a time. But then transitioned into just pushing a product. Not saying anything negative. Let me just push a product. Let me not say anything negative. But what happens is a consumer who is very, very like on the edge. They don't know what to do. They're going to look at all the things. They're going to take the good, the bad, the ugly, and then they're going to fall for that guy in the middle. He's neither. He's like very, very on the positive side, and nobody gets any of the information. But somebody unsuspecting will just stop dead in their tracks on that guy's review and go buy it and be basically holding, an $800 paperweight.
Yeah, that's
an $800 paperweight. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guy. Not a fan of the guy. I just said a lot of very like direct, probably mean things that I'm not going to apologize for in the morning. I'm not going to apologize. I mean, he can put whatever he wants in his community tab and blah, 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 blah. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. That's why I live where I live, and that's where you live Fuck you. I don't care. He he says I'm a hothead. Blah, blah, blah.
He takes a lot of indirect jabs at you.
Yeah, he does. He does take a lot of indirect jabs. I take just as many. See, like what you wear on the outside, very methodical on the inside. Very methodical on the inside, just like slowly but surely, just sort of chipping away at shit on you. Chipping away.
The Canadians and the Floridians don't.
Yeah,
don't mesh well.
Canadians and me, we just never mesh well, man. We always get into fights for some reason. Does he have a mailing address? Does he got like a P.O. box? I'll send him some spray tan. Anyways, but there you go. But that's how this happens. And you know what? It could have been a lot worse. I think this could have been a lot worse. If let's think about it. Billy got the drones. He never reviewed it. Jake Sloan got drones, never reviewed it. I'm sure they approached Russ from 51 Drones, and he probably said, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do this. I'm not going to do it. So, like, they didn't do it, but it could have been worse. It could have been way worse with more people reviewing these drones. And who knows what the inflation would have been. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, unbelievable. Really unbelievable. Hopefully hopefully part of the stipulation was when the company sold, he was going to stroke Daddy Captain Drone a check. He was just going to stroke him one, like just bam, here you go. Here's $10K for all that splooge you gave us there, Captain Steve-O. Just stroke him a big fat $10K. What is the $10K equivalent in Canada? What is it? What's $10K? What is $10K in Canada? Whatever. I don't know. Eddie's doing the math conversion.
Yeah, I'm a banker. Can't really do math.
Brian Gonzalez says Quadcopter 101 is the OG. He is the OG, but you don't really see him. Like, he's still hard on shit, though.
How much? 12,781 Canadian dollars.
So 12,000 Canadian dollars. So basically 10K, 12,000 Canadian dollars. I mean, so he got $12,000 then, apparently. I mean, that's what you would have to give me at that point. If you sold a company and I sold all those drones, you're going to have to pay me there. But I mean, think about it. Like mathematically, if you think about it, some shit like that happened. But the Exo is not alone in this. There's other companies that have similar stories that we're seeing them periodically. They pop up, they go away, they pop up, they go away. I've had spats with those companies as well. But the problem is, like, you call a spade a spade. You gotta stay on these people. I either want to see them burn and go away, like I want to see these companies just fade out and go away, or be honest with your clients and your consumers. Be honest with the people that are purchasing. Like, there's nothing worse than like when you spend money on something and find out it doesn't work. And then when you can't get that money back because the terms and conditions have changed from when you bought it, that is a stinging sensation. That is worse than syphilis. It's terrible. It's terrible. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
So
I was just reading the thread on his actual post, and you have a lot of upset clients there.
what's that?
A lot of on his post, like outside of Drone Nation.
Yeah.
Just reading everybody's comments there's a lot of pissed off people that felt like they were
rightfully so.
Yeah.
They're bait and switch. And you know what? I think these larger channels, like take this as my public apology. I'm so sorry I ever reviewed it. I'm so sorry I ever got involved with this shit, because it's sad. Like, you don't know how many people you cost money. Like, you don't know. You just don't know. So I feel bad for that, because there could have been some unknowing people that purchased and got suckered into this whole thing, all for this motherfucker to pull that golden parachute. God damn. Eddie, what can we sell tomorrow? So I'm going to sell originaldobostore.com. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it up for sale. I want $5 million for it. It's nowhere near the evaluation that they're getting for Pilot Institute's valued at $90 billion, but I want $5 million for Original Dobo Store. I don't even know if I could sell it. I mean, what the hell, dude?
You could probably sell the brand, your brand. That's what he did, right? He just sold the brand. At the end of the day, he was not, like you said, he didn't create any drones. It was
he sold
his whole marketing.
He sold the brand. Yeah, he sold the brand. Sort of a genius, man.
Sounds like you have to go do some you have to go do some campaigning. Maybe
but how hard was that, though? How hard was that for him to do that? Go on a couple of live streams. I think the hardest live stream that he had to go on was my live stream. That was the hardest live stream. That was the hardest challenge he's had, was that at first I was like, yeah, sure, I'll review it. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, okay. I was being nice about it. And I was being diplomatic, because I'm like, I don't know who Exo is. And then I start peeling back the layers of the onion a little bit. And you're like, oh, shit. What did I just step into? And I felt like all of a sudden now I'm a sucker. Now I'm the sucker that's getting, stuck in here. So, all right. Well, all right. So let's talk about shifting gears. I was supposed to be going to the Midwest Drone Meetup Friday. I was supposed to fly up there Friday, and I am not going to make it up to the Midwest Drone Meetup, unfortunately. I just can't. I can't afford to take the time away. I had a ticket booked and everything. I had hotel booked. I canceled the hotel. I'm waiting on American Airlines to credit me back my flight. I'm sure they will, because it was like I canceled it basically. Today would have been the cutoff, but I just couldn't. I can't. Like, I can't walk away. You already saw it. I told you how many projects I've got. I've got too many coals in the fire here to walk away from. And it's just a really bad time for me to walk away. There's just a lot of projects that are going on, and even just taking off 2 days would put me so far behind where I don't think I would be able to deliver promises that I made for in the next 2 weeks. So unfortunately, I will not be doing Minefield either, because Minefield would put me behind as well, and it's my daughter's birthday. So I'm just taking a step back from any of the meetups. I don't know when I'll go to the next one. I don't know where the next one will be. I have to fly to California at some point this coming up week. I got to go to California for 2 days, and then I got to come back. So like that's a whole ordeal there. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be at that Midwest Drone meetup, but I hope everybody has a great time, has fun. We'll definitely have to make it to another meetup. Won't be Ken Herron's, but it'll be somewhere, I'm sure. Um, sucks.
Yeah, me.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks to me, but um, the issue I think this year, I was just talking to a friend of mine, is that lately, like, there's so much to do and so little time, right? Like,
That
you're always fighting against time.
and that's the problem. That's the problem I'm having is I so the week started off. Here's how my week started off. I had like 3 appointments, right? Three appointments, one video, some photos, nothing crazy. And I was like, all right, cool. It's going to be a pretty calm week and no problem. And then, by the way, I'm working on some projects for a company that I got to get done. Okay. Monday comes and it's like people are hitting me up like crazy. I need to get this. I need this. I need this. I need this. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So now I'm at Wednesday today and I'm like, fuck. I sort of overcommitted here a little bit, and now I have to deliver on all these videos and all these projects, and so, but like when money's presenting itself, like I'm not gonna tell them no because you don't know where that business is gonna go. If I say no, where does it go? But I think there does become a point where I do have to draw the line and say, okay, I can't like if I'm gonna go away for a weekend, I just got to go away. Now, if I was going away, if I was going to fly up there, I'd probably would have flown up there like Saturday, like maybe Saturday and then come back Sunday, just go for the day type of thing. But at that point, it's not really worth it because I haven't even had time to test any gear. That's the other thing. So it sort of sucks.
Yeah, I hear you.
So Joe said, come on, go to Minefield. I wish I could go to Minefield, but it's such a drive and I can't do it. So
this summer, I have not flown a real FPV quad because I just have had no time.
I've been flying FPV a lot lately, like a lot, and it's been good, man. I've been flying a lot actually lately, so it's sort of inspiring to get out there and just put the goggles on. I've flown a little bit for some clients, and then just actually in my spare time been flying. Just putting some time on the sticks.
Yeah, I gotta get back to it.
Yeah, you got to, dude. Whip it up. Got to get it out there, man.
Yeah, I whip it up.
Whip it out.
Whip it up or whip it out.
Whip it out or whip it up. Nah, man, I've been I smacked this tree the other day with the squirt, like the Shendrome.
Yeah.
And I was saying to myself, like, shit, I broke another arm. I walk up to it and it was fine. I was like, thank God. I was like, I dread every time I smack something with that hard that I'm gonna have to fix it because it's such a pain in the ass to fix those things. But yeah, luckily did not break anything. So until Maxwell says Avada soon, Eddie.
Maybe. I gotta go check out my local Best Buy. I'm gonna take a trip tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys posted. You just never know. I'm gonna go see Maria on 5th Avenue in New York City.
Oh, Maria.
She's the Maria, yeah.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah, she's good. You know Maria. You met her one time.
Yeah, I met her.
Yeah.
She's real good.
You know, she might even give you like the fly more. Just you just meet her outside later on. Maria's good.
Well, I mean, shit. It feels like this week. It's basically. I mean, it felt like a mini product launch, with everything that's been put out there.
Yeah. No,
I
hate. I hate what you
that
say
though.
With the leaks.
I hate that. Leaks. It takes away the joy. Like Christmas morning. Yeah. Like when I wake up on Christmas morning, I'd rush out there to see the gifts. But my brothers, they would sneak out the night before to see all the gifts. But I was like, I always like to wait till the next morning because I don't know. There's something about waking up Christmas morning and seeing like the packages, like, not knowing really what's yours, but you just, you get excited. And then, but with all the leaks, you don't have that anymore. So
yeah, I know. Times have changed.
Times have changed. That they have. So yeah, I'm excited though, man. I can't wait. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure everybody who's gotten one will put out some good videos.
Yeah. I've been I'm curious to see if anybody in the chat that has the DJI FPV. are you guys seeing issues with it? I've had like countless of issues with my first DJI FPV. Like it's just weird stuff that's happening to it. It doesn't,
Mine does some weird shit where like when I'm flying it, it all of a sudden kicks me out of manual mode, which I'm like, I don't know, man. That's weird.
yeah, I don't have OSD always consistently after the second battery. So I
Yeah.
have to guess like putting it into
I
manual mode.
I haven't had that. I haven't had that problem, but I just have like where it kicks me out of manual. But I mean, again, I am flying with the Hero 10 on top of it, but I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't flown it as much lately just because of those issues. I rather fly like my Shen drone or fly one of the Apex frames or if I'm going to do something for a client, I'll do that, or I'll take one of the Cinelifters and get what I need to get done.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a good August. That's all we know. So we'll have to wait
Yeah.
and see. We'll have to wait and see. So, but I mean, my FPV drone sits in a box. That's where it's
I
live. That's where it's live.
that's the only drone I've been flying. Like I went to Puerto Rico in July. I took
Yeah.
that one with me and I took the Mavic 3. I did a lot of flying out there with that. That's like my go-to, especially when traveling. You know, I just can't see myself traveling with family and then taking,
Yeah, you got to take a
the
charger.
LiPo charger, the big remote.
And
I
that's
have
where
the
that's where it comes in handy though. That's where it comes in handy. Is like when you want to travel and you want to get an FPV drone, you just take the DJI FPV drone
yeah,
because you don't have to worry about fail safing over water. It's always going to come back
yeah.
for the most.
And with the GoPro and gyro flow, smooth, so smooth.
Are you using gyro flow with your GoPro? Is that what
Yeah,
you're doing? Yeah.
yeah. I like it better than Real Steady.
Is that so?
Even with the even with the new update, yeah, I
Really?
prefer.
Why
It's
is
just
that?
something about it looks more. The footage looks more fluid to me.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
all my recent FPV footage has been with gyroflow. That's like my go-to.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm leaving to Dominican Republic in a few days. I'm gonna be there down there for 10 days, and that's the drone I'm gonna take again. I'm gonna take the DJI FPV. I might take the Mini this time, the Mini 3.
I was
And
gonna take the Mini 3 with me to Chicago because I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna pack 3 quads plus the Mavic and a camera, and then I was like, I'll take the Mini 3. The Mini 3 is perfect. Just throw it in the bag and whatever. But now that's not even a problem, so that's good. And that's the other problem is like I would have had to pack, and I'm like, fuck, I hate packing. I hate packing, especially when I'm working on projects. I have to have a good solid day in between packing and departing. Now, when I go to Vegas for commercial UAV, I may just bring a Mavic 3 with me because I really want to fly the desert.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna bring anything. I'm not gonna bring anything else and bring my laptop, my Mavic 3, and that's it. I'm not gonna do anything else. Can't stop approving his PTO. Talking about you.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I tell you what, man. I mean, it's nice to get away when you can't. Like, I wish I had that luxury again. That's the only thing I miss about having a job, like a 40-hour-a-week job. Like, it's got its ups and downs, but like when you want to take time off, you just take time off. You know what I mean? You ask your boss for time off. They either say yes or no. Because as of right now, it's like I wanted to go, but I know I would have been too stressed out.
Yeah.
Going. I knew I would have been too stressed. So, and it's just no fun when you're not like when you're getting calls from clients and just that happened to me when I was in Hawaii towards the end of the trip. Like all these people were calling me, blowing me up, and I'm like, I can't help you. Like I'm not there. I can't help you. So
Yeah, that takes
sucks.
away from the joy of the trip because now you're thinking your mind, you're thinking about
Right.
everything you have to do. Your list starts building.
Yep.
When I get back, I got to do A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
you're just not focused at the trip anymore. Now you're thinking about, oh shit, when I get back, I have to solve for this backlog.
Greg says he'll pack drones for me. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could just use one of Pilot Institute's 45 drones. Do the rentals, but then he charges me a rental fee. I don't see it initially, but then like, 15, 20 days later, I'll get this bill in the mail, and it's an itemized bill of everything I've rented. And I'm like, oh, come on. No, I'm just joking. He's only done that to me twice. No, but I'm excited to go to commercial UAV. I think this is the first year it's going to be like sort of back to normal, because last year we're all walking around with masks on still. We're at commercial UAV, but everybody in Vegas had masks. So you don't know who anybody is. So you're walking around the show floor, and quite literally you can go around that show floor undetected. But I had an amazing time. It was super fun. And I think that this year it's going to be equally as fun. I can't wait to be hanging out with everybody out there in like just under a month's time. Yeah, just under a month's time, we'll be in Vegas. So it's going to be a great time. I'm super stoked to get back out there. So, all right, that is it. That's the show tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button. Make sure you pay your respects to Exo Drone.
Good stream,
Eddie. All right.
100. So Charlie bet you $100 about the YouTube. I bet $100 he was watching today. He's in the chat now.
Oh yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, he's definitely
lurking like a shark. All right, so listen, I don't want to lose that $100, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Stay original.
Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. 'Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusionary reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Maybe all my exes just drinking themselves crazy tonight.